Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special. Like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free. Like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
Ticket Smarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at Ticketsmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on Ticketsmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. Ticketsmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. Ticketsmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
There are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network, home of Valparaiso Beacon Athletics.
Saki to Kaiser. Kaiser driving. He dumped it underneath. Gordon laid it in. 3 seconds to go. It's Clemens in the backcourt. Clemens will have to launch from half court. No good, and Valpo wins it. Aaron Gordon at the John Kaiser assist.
From kickoff of football season to Arch Madness, the Valpo Sports Radio Network brings you every thrilling moment for the Brown and Gold.
Taken away by Morgan, gives to Edwards in transition, goes on the glass, and a monster one-handed poster. Oh my goodness, Sheldon Edwards, you are incredible.
On air at 95.1 FM and streaming live at thesource95.com. You're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on the campus of Bradley University for this afternoon's women's basketball Missouri Valley Conference matchup featuring the Bradley Braves and the Valparaiso Beacons. I'm Garrett Willis here live from Renaissance Coliseum, trying to make sure that we have our technical difficulties sorted out here, trying to make sure that I'm actually able to hear myself, and we are good to go. Another game for Valparaiso here on the road, sitting at 4-12 on the season, taking on the Bradley Braves here from Peoria, Illinois. Valpo coming off a loss in their last game 2 days ago against the Illinois State Redbirds, a game in which they turned over the ball 27 times. Not exactly the output they would like to have on the offensive side, only making 12 field goals in that game as well. Really no positives for Valpo in that game after coming off a really good weekend of taking down Northern Iowa and Drake both at home. This team has played better since we've turned the page to 2021, but the game at Illinois State probably put a little bit of a temporary stop within the momentum for this team early on in the season. We do think that this team has been making some progress, though. They started 0-9, now sitting at 4-12 on the season. It started off with the win at Morehead State, coming back home to take on Detroit Mercy. They lost their next two games on the road against Southern Illinois and Missouri State, but paired it up with a couple of wins at home last week. This is the second game of two straight on the road here today as they take on the Bradley Braves. And after this, they'll be returning home for two games against Indiana State and Evansville as well. So this team definitely within the heart of their conference schedule. They're taking on a team that won the Missouri Valley Conference only a year ago, but it's definitely been a difficult season for Bradley as they sit at 3-10 on this season. Happy that you're joining us here from Renaissance Coliseum. Garrett Willis live here from Peoria, Illinois for the Missouri Valley Conference matchup. Hoping that you stay with us here for the rest of this afternoon. Taking a break for the national anthem. We'll be back here in a little bit. Back in 2 minutes from Van Wagner's Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Valparaiso, Indiana, a proud corporate sponsor of Valparaiso University Athletics. Holiday Inn Express and Suites Valparaiso is an 85-room hotel that blends excellent customer service with modern hospitality. Enjoy a complimentary full hot breakfast buffet with our signature cinnamon rolls. All rooms include flat-screen televisions, wireless internet, and a coffee station. Check out the indoor heated pool, whirlpool, or exercise room. Need meeting space? We have it, just minutes away from many restaurants offering local flair, boutique shopping, and the Central Park Plaza. Come feel right at home. Make your next Valparaiso stay with Holiday Inn Express. Call to make your reservation at 219-464-9395.
Why is Culver such a treat for so many families? Here's a hint. This treat is thick and creamy, and everyone can get it any way they like. Our fresh, frozen custard. We craft it in small batches throughout the day to make our guests stay. Shakes, cones, sundaes, concrete mixers, flavor of the day, oh, and the toppings.
Who says you can't please everyone? There's more than one way to dessert at Culver's. Welcome to Delicious.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of Hungry Howie's hot, real mozzarella cheese melting over a bed of dough made fresh today. And flavored crust loaded with any combination of our mouth-watering flavored crust flavors. You probably didn't think Irresistible had a sound. Well, it does now. Now get a meal deal for any budget starting at the irresistible price of just $5.99.
Hungry?
And At Wings Etc., we love sports. So much that we packed our walls with tons of big flat screens tuned to the very best in sports programming. At Wings Etc., we love big, cooked to tender, crisp perfection wings. And so do our fans who have voted our wings best in more and more cities across the Midwest. At Wings Etc., we love beer. We love it so much that we have over 40 different kinds of beers in bottles and on tap, including your favorite regional craft beers. Wings Etc. at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back live to Renaissance Coliseum, getting ready for the start of play between Bradley and Valparaiso. Garrett Willis here live on the Valpo Sports Radio Network, on live on air and on YouTube today. Just a couple of broadcast notes for you as we continue on in the Northwest Health Women's Basketball Pregame Show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Today's game starts at 2 o'clock Central Time, and the men's game starts at 4. We are hoping that this game will conclude before 3:50, so Todd Eichow and Paul Oren can bring you live coverage of Valparaiso versus Missouri State from the Arc later on this afternoon. But if the game does go long, we will go exclusively to YouTube for the conclusion of that game. Thanks to Oliver back in studio today and Joe later on this afternoon. Special shout out to our engineers back at Valparaiso Studios here today. But for now, we continue on with the Northwest Health Women's Basketball Pregame Show here in the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Valpo taking on the Bradley Braves, who are 3-10 coming into this game. They won the Valley Tournament back last March, defeating the Drake Bulldogs in the final game. They actually did not have to play in a semifinal game, as Missouri State withdrew from the tournament after one of their players tested positive for COVID, and they were a lock to be able to go to the NCAA tournament, so they decided to take the at-large bid instead of going for the automatic qualifier. So Bradley got in, lost to Texas in the first round in San Marcos, Texas. And ever since then, it's kind of been a struggle for this program. They started the season 3-0 and actually defeated Wisconsin back on November 19th. But unfortunately for this Braves squad, that was the last win for this team. Since they are 0-10, they lost their leading scorer and one of the best players in the Valley in Gabby Hawk 3 games ago. So she averaged 17 points per game and 5 rebounds per game through the first 10 games of the season. But ever since then, with a torn ACL, she obviously will be out for the remainder of this season. And we'll actually have to see if she returns next year. She already is a fifth-year player. Not sure if she'll be able to get any eligibility after this season. Valpo coming into the game 4-12. They have won 2 games so far in Valley play around the middle of the pack, and Bradley are 0-4 so far on this season. We'll look to see if we have starters posted before the beginning of this game. Valpo with the same starting 5 as last game, and Olivia Brown, Shea Frederick, Carrie Wyman is out today, so she still will not be playing. Kara Van Kempen is at the 3. We also have Caitlin Morrison and Leah Ernest in the game as well. We're going to take a quick break for what is now the national anthem. They played the school song just a little bit ago, so a little bit of confusion on my part, no big deal though. We'll be back in 2 minutes. After that, we'll have the starting lineups for both teams and keys to the game and tip-off between Valparaiso and Bradley. So stay with us. Back in 2 minutes from Van Wagner's the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. The little round thing between your car seats. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change? Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, just inches from your hand. So find a store already, grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special, like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free, like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. Welcome to Delicious.
This is such a blow to invest. Do it right now.
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
TicketSmarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than TicketSmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at TicketSmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
When it comes to flavor, do you like to mix things up? Find a new match from time to time? For some people, there are too many flavors out there to stay loyal to just one. That's why Hungry Howie's created the Mix and Match menu. Any 2 items for only $5.99 each. So whether you're looking for a delicious time with pizza and a salad, or a sub and Howie bread, or a Pepsi 4-pack and a Howie cookie, we're not judging. In fact, we're encouraging, especially for just $5.99 each.
Hungry?
Howie!
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Welcome back live into Renaissance Coliseum here in Peoria, Illinois, getting ready for the start of play between Valparaiso and Bradley. Garrett Willis live here from the Valpo Sports Radio Network, getting ready for another Valley Clash here from Peoria, Illinois. Valpo playing their 6th game of the Valley slate so far. They sit at 2-3 up to this point. We'll give you the starting lineups now. Go over one more time. For Valpo, it is Olivia Brown. Alongside her, Shay Frederick, Kara Van Kempen, Leah Ernest, and Caitlin Morrison. Valpo coached by Mary Evans in her 4th season here at Valparaiso, hoping to be able to right the ship. She said in the interview a couple days ago, not sure why the team has gone through some of the trials they have so far this season, but she does believe it is going to make this team better in the long run. The Valley really not as strong this year as it has been in years past, so Mary Evans hoping that a little bit softer of a schedule may be able to help her team go through some tougher times here, not only in the early part of this conference season, but be able to transition away from what was a bad start for this team at 0-9 this season. Bradley starting a cobbled up together starting 5 here today in Chloe Rice, Tete Donso, Sierra Moreau, Anna Interante, and Tatum Koenig. Interante, the sister of Valparaiso player Ava Interante. So a little bit of a sibling rivalry, although Ava did not travel with the team today for this game. Alongside them, the big storyline for Bradley here this season is the absence of Gabby Hawk. Gabby Hawk, the leading scorer for this team, was on the Missouri Valley Conference Scholar Athlete first team last year, was the tournament MVP, MVC first team. Just overall, she gathered every accolade you could imagine for this Bradley team last year. No Gabby Hawk definitely will make this a little bit different dynamic for this Bradley team here today. Valpo hoping to get off a mini 1-game skid. Was really a tough game for a couple players in Normal a couple days ago. Olivia Brown had 8 points in the first quarter, then did not score for the rest of the game after that. We saw Shay Frederick get into the game a little bit in the second half, and Caitlin Morrison did not score after sinking a career-high 21 points against the Drake Bulldogs only a few days prior. Down here courtside at Renaissance Coliseum, Valparaiso takes the court in their away brown uniforms with white lettering and gold trim. And Bradley will be taking the court in their home white uniforms with red lettering and trim. We'll put 10 minutes on the clock and get ready to start here between Valparaiso and Bradley. Bradley coached by Andrea Gorski in her 6th season here at Bradley, the former head coach at Concordia University in Ann Arbor, Michigan. And she graduated from Bradley back in 1996. The team has won 87 games underneath Gorski in her tenure. May be difficult to reach the 100-win mark here this season unless the turnaround starts today for Bradley. But they definitely think that she will be reaching the century mark next season. It'll be Valpo from left to right and Bradley from right to left here to start this game. It is Caitlin Morrison against Sierra Moreau for the opening tip. The official is at the center circle, ball in his right hand. Should be about ready to go. It's 2 bounces. The ball is up in the air, and the tip is won by Bradley. Underway here, Valpo women's basketball in Peoria, Illinois against the Bradley Braves as Koenig starts with the ball here on the near side. Throws to the high post for Rice. Pass is tipped inside and it's controlled by Van Kempen. Valpo runs the other way after forcing the turnover. They hope to be able to cut down on the turnovers a little bit today as they turned it over 27 times in normal just 2 days ago. It's Frederick between the circles, now throws to Morrison. Van Kempen left wing, she shoots a 3. That's just strong. Fight for the board down low, and it's Koenig who pulls it down. She runs the other way for the Braves in a 0-0 ball game with 40 seconds elapsed here in this first quarter. Morrow down the lane, had it stripped away. Van Kempen grabs it again. Now Valpo runs in transition with Frederick up the floor. Looks to the left side. Ernest fakes a shot, drives inside, kicks near corner. Now it's Frederick around the horn. Van Kempen shoots another 3. That one's strong again. Offensive board for White. Throws it inside. Ernest up with the right hand, able to finish at the rim. Valpo draws first blood in this game. It's 2-0. The minute elapsed here in this first frame. It's Rice around the horn, goes to Koenig at the top of the circle. On the far side, Interante, she shoots a 3 and left it short. Morrison the board for Valpo. She outlets to Frederick, who runs it up the floor for the Beacons and has it at the top of the key. Scans right, dribbles across her body down the lane, now goes to the top of the key for Van Kempen. In the corner, Ernest drives baseline, gets a shot fake, needs help, stripped, and a jump ball called. That's kind of a lucky break for Leah Ernest, as it would have gone down as a turnover. But Valpo inbound on the right baseline. 8:32 to go here in this first quarter. It's 2-0 in favor of the Beacons. Inbound goes to Ernest, scans the interior and throws right side. Frederick shoots a 3. That's good. First 3 of the game for Shea Frederick. It's 5-0 in favor of the Beacons. Bradley runs the other way. On the near side is Chloe Rice. Throws to the top of the key for Tete Donso. On the far side, Koenig. Between the circles, Donso just inside the arc and throws back right for Koenig. Rolls off a screen, scans the interior. Now goes to the top of the key. Down the lane, Rice shoves off a defender. Goes back to Koenig. Had a 3 blocked by Morrison. Follows her own miss inside. 3 seconds on the shot clock. And a layup is up and good for Tete Donso. 5-2 after Bradley gets the lid off the basket. And Valpo runs back the other way with a 3-point lead. No fouls committed so far in this game as Frederick has it at the volleyball line. Looks inside. Directs traffic on the near side. Needs help and throws it to Morrison. Give and go back to Frederick at the Bradley logo with 12 seconds left to shoot. Mary Evans calls out a play, goes to the top of the key for Brown. Down the lane, far corner Morrison. Bobbled it, needs help, back to Brown. 3 seconds left to shoot, drives to the lane, kicks near corner. Van Kempen did not get it off. A shot clock violation, something we've seen a little bit too much of out of this Valpo team so far this season. As they turn it over, it'll go back to Bradley. The inbound goes to Tatum Koenig, whose sister is also on the team in Sasha, although she has not played much so far this season. Rice throws into the post. On the far corner, Interante, she shoots a 3. That's strong. Board is down for Leah Ernest. Valpo goes the other way with Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. To the foul line, far corner, Morrison, she shoots a 3. That's in and out, no good. Board is down for Chloe Rice. Bradley runs back the other way. A slow start on offense for both teams. 3 minutes elapsed here in this first quarter of play. Rice at the volleyball line, rolls off a Moreau screen. To the near wing, passes up top for Koenig. She shoots a 3 and connects. 5-5 after Bradley has scored the last 5 points. As we could be in for a low-scoring slugfest here today. On the near side, Frederick goes to Brown on the left wing, puts down a right-handed dribble, dribbles between two hands between the circles. Frederick near side, far corner Van Kempen, tees up a wide open three. That's good. Had to get one eventually. Third shot for Van Kempen goes down today, and Valpo's lead is at 8-5. Other way, Tatum Koenig has it at the top of the key, near side for Rice. Fakes a pass, ball above her head, and dribbles to the top of the circle. Looks right, throws that away for Donso, just outside the arc. A pass to Koenig on the right wing with 10 seconds to shoot, slashes down the lane, fakes a shot, kicks near corner, Interante another three. That one's woefully short, and Ernest grabs the board for Valpo. Frederick sprints up the floor with Valpo holding the three-point advantage. Near side, Ernest head fakes a three, goes back to Frederick at the Bradley logo. 20 seconds on the shot clock, 5:40 to go here in this first quarter. Far side, Brown has not attempted a shot, drives baseline, stops against two defenders, shovel pass near side, up top for Van Kempen, left side for Morrison. Back to Van Kempen, drives to the elbow, stop, tries to split two defenders, and she walked with it. Lots of ball movement for Valpo on that possession, but not able to get anything to go, as Grace White will check into the game for the first time today. Caitlin Morrison goes out, and we also see Caroline White check into the game for the first time for Bradley. That means Anna Interante takes a seat for the Braves. Koenig walks it up the floor for the Braves. It's 8-5 in favor of Valpo with 5:20 to go here in this first quarter. Koenig to the far wing against Van Kempen, dragged her pivot foot, and that is a traveling violation. Both teams with a couple turnovers here in the early parts of this game. As White inbounds to Frederick, she walks it up the floor for the brown and gold. Gets it to the volleyball line, sprints down the lane, had a wide open lane and blocked at the rim by Donso. Bradley sprints the other way with Rice across the timeline. Gets weight on a split, needs help, throws back near side for Rice. Ball on the floor, scrum for it on the baseline, juggled between multiple defenders, and finally a jump ball call. That'll take us to our first immediate timeout here of the afternoon. Valpo in a slow start, able to control it 8-5 with 4:54 to go here in this first quarter of play. We'll be back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network here on YouTube and live on air.
When it comes to keeping your family healthy, annual wellness visits with a healthcare provider are key. Routine exams and screenings can identify potential health issues early when they are most treatable. And Northwest Medical Group has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. We are committed to helping you stay well, and we offer both telehealth and in-person visits. Schedule an appointment today at mycarenorthwesthealth.com.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
Puts one up at the buzzer, and we go to overtime.
big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation.
And the postseason starts here
At Hoops in the Heartland.
We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit NBCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Today's broadcast of Valpo basketball is brought to you by Culver's. Enjoy the Culver's Deluxe layer with real Wisconsin trees, crisp lettuce, ripe tomatoes, pickles, sweet red onion, and our signature mayo. It's topped with lightly buttered toasted buns or butter burger at its best. Welcome to delicious. 4:54 to go here in this first quarter of play. Valpo holds the 8-5 advantage over Bradley up to this point. Garrett Willis live here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Valpo 3 for 7 so far in this game. 3 different players have scored, with Van Kempen and Frederick each knocking down a 3, and Leah Ernest with a layup at the rim. Valpo with 2 turnovers up to this point, still trying to see if they can shake the turnover bug, which has plagued them for much of this season. 27 turnovers in their previous game against Illinois State, hoping to buck that trend here today. Bradley up to this point really has not been having any success on the offensive side. 2 for 6. We have 3 points from Koenig and 2 from Donso. And they'll keep the same 5 on the court as they had as they came out of the timeout. Valpo will also do the same thing, as White has been coming off the bench as of recent, ever since we've seen Wyman go out with an injury. The inbound goes in quickly, and a shot is blocked away as Moreau was denied at the rim by multiple Valpo defenders. A lob inside for Ernest the other way. A reverse layup is good at the rim. A good find by Frederick the other way, and Valpo is up 10-5. Koenig walks it up the floor for the Braves. She's met by Ernest on the right wing. Picked up her dribble, needs help, spins down the lane, and Rice has it in the far corner. Puts down a dribble to the top of the key. On the near side, Waite shoots a 3. That's off left. Board down for Ernest. She's been working hard on the board so far today. White the other way, stands on the wing. Goes back to Ernest at the top of the key. Van Kempen around the horn to Brown in the corner. Shoves off a defender, and in college basketball, apparently that is called a charge every time. Brown picks up her first foul of the game. That's the team's first as well. First foul called so far. That is a trend in college basketball I am not a fan of. Not really sure why. If a player falls to the floor, it's immediately called a charge. But nonetheless, it's a turnover for Valpo, and Bradley will go back the other way, down 10-5. Koenig goes to the far wing for Waite. No dribble down, pass intercepted by White. Sprints in transition, 2 steps off the glass, and good with the right hand. That was room service for Grace White. She gets her first 2 points of the day, and Valpo's lead is at 12-5. On the near side is Rice. Scans the interior. Nothing there, puts down a dribble. Now goes to the top of the key for Isis Fitch. She just checked into the game, and she threw it to nobody in front of the Valpo bench. Valpo forced their fifth Bradley turnover up to this point, and that triggers an Andrea Gorski timeout. 3:40 to go here in this first quarter of play. It's a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. Something that's plagued Valpo so far this season is their inability to start games, although that trend may be turning around here in the first quarter against Bradley. Valpo did not play well in the first half against Illinois State. They were down 11 going into the halftime break, but Bradley, without Gabby Hawk, has really struggled to find anybody to be able to run on the offensive side. That has shown so far. Bradley has already had 6 turnovers within the first 6 minutes of this game. We'll see a sub come in for Valpo and Maya Dunson, and we also see Elise Pitts check into the game as well. So we'll see Frederick get a quick breather, alongside Caitlin Morrison on the bench. The inbound goes to Pitts, who controls the ball for Valpo, up 12-5 with 3.5 minutes to go here in this first frame. Pitts to Dunson at the top of the key. She fights down the lane, goes up, fouled on her shot. We have not seen Maya Dunson go to the line a ton so far this year, but she'll get the chance right here. As we'll look to see who picks up that foul for Bradley. That one's on Tete Donso. It's her first and the team's first. So far this season, Maya Dunson 44% from the line, but she knocks down the first. Transferred mid-year from Loyola last season, the senior out of Dayton, Ohio. Second one, perfect as well. Great start for Valpo, up 14-5 with 3.5 to go here in this first quarter. Koenig walks it up the floor. She has 3 points so far today. On the far side, Waite shoots a 3 and connects. Caroline Waite with her first 3 points of the day, and it's 14-8. Pitts walks it up the floor for the Beacons. Looks left, throws to Brown. She's not attempted a shot so far. Comes back to Pitts. At the top of the circle with 17 to shoot. Scans left, a little bit of action. Pass tip controlled by Brown, and another jump ball. The third called of this game so far. Possession arrow favors Valpo, so they'll inbound on the right baseline with 3:01 to go here in this first frame. The inbound will come from Pitts. Ball above her head, throws to Dunson at the top of the key. The left-handed dribble, fights to the corner, goes up top for White. She shoots a 3 right there. That's good. A quick 6 points for Grace White off the bench. And now Valpo goes the other way with a 17-8 advantage. On the far side, Koenig, ball above her head, was denied a pass at the top of the key and goes to the far side for Chloe Rice. Fights down the baseline, retreats, shoots a long jumper. That's no good. Donso, the offensive board for the Braves. Kicks back out. A Koenig three is good to respond. 6 points for Tatum Koenig, and Valpo's lead is down to 6 at 17-11. Pitts between the circles. Looks left. Nothing available. White, left wing. Fakes a three. Drives baseline. Shoves off a defender. Picked up her dribble in the corner. Goes to Dunson at the top of the key. Near side, Ernest. She shoots a three. That's just strong. Fight for the board near side and is pulled down by Rice. Bradley goes the other way in a 6-point ball game with 2 minutes to go here in this first frame. Handoff goes to Koenig at the Bradley logo. Gorski calls out a play for her team. Far side, Waite shoots another three. Air ball. Rebound is down for Valpo with Elise Pitts. She walks it up the floor with just over 100 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. Pitts looks inside, throws far side for White. Fakes off a defender, shoots a three right there. That's just short. Board is down for Bradley with Koenig running the other way in transition. To the foul line, takes a shot there. That rims around and falls. Koenig has 8 first quarter points, and Valpo's lead is down to 4 at 17-13. Up the floor, Elise Pitts has it at the top of the key. Scans left, picked up her dribble, goes to Dunson. Thought about a three, drives baseline, kicks in the corner. Ernest three, that's good. 7 points for Aaliyah Ernest here in this first quarter. It's 20-13. Valpo shooting the ball well here in the early stages of this game. 7 for 13 so far. High post is Fitch. Kicks far side for Koenig. Throws back to Fitch in the post. 2 steps, shot it off the side of the backboard. It goes over to Valpo off the miss. You see Kara Van Kempen check into the game for Valpo. Also a couple subs in for Bradley as well, as we see Nika Dorsey make her first appearance of the game. Shea Frederick checks into the ball game as well as Olivia Brown goes out. 50.4 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Valpo's lead is at 7 at 20-13. Inbound from Van Kempen goes in to Frederick. Gets it across the timeline on the near side, slashes down the lane. Far side, White shoots another three. That's just short. Fight for the miss on the far side. It's collected by Sierra Moreau, who just checked back in the ball game. On the far side, Dorsey looks at the top of the key for Bradley. Nothing there yet, being harassed by Van Kempen in the corner. Draper just checked in the game. She has it in the far corner for the Braves. Gives it off to Waite on the far wing. 12 seconds to shoot. Near side, Dorsey shoves off a defender. Looks at the top of the key. Splits 2 defenders and gets a shot for Tatum Koenig, who buries it from 10 feet away. 10 points for her. It's 20-15. 10 seconds left to go. Valpo will have the last possession here of the quarter. Near side, Frederick stands on the Morton Buildings logo. Top of the key, Dunson fakes a shot, fakes again, drives down the lane, stop, spin, floater from 10 is left short. And that'll be it here for the first quarter of play. Valpo with a good quarter offensively to start this game, up 20-15 as we're through 10 minutes of play. We'll be back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Welcome to Holiday Inn Express and Suites, Valparaiso, Indiana, a proud corporate sponsor of Valparaiso University Athletics. Holiday Inn Express and Suites Valparaiso is an 85-room hotel that blends excellent customer service with modern hospitality. Enjoy complimentary full hot breakfast buffet with our signature cinnamon rolls. All rooms include flat-screen televisions, wireless internet, and a coffee station. Check out the indoor heated pool, whirlpool, or exercise room. Need meeting space? We have it, just minutes away from many restaurants offering local flair, boutique shopping, and the Central Park Plaza. Come feel right at home and make your next Valparaiso stay with Holiday Inn Express. Call to make your reservation at 219-464-9395.
You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, Allegis Credit Union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegis.org or stop into the Allegis office nearest you. Not only can Allegis offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegis.org for more information today. That is allegis.org. Contact Allegis for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORTheSource.com. You're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Through one quarter of play here from Bradley University, Valpo up 20-15 on the Bradley Braves. Garrett Willis live here from Renaissance Coliseum as Wings Etc. Grill and Pub, located at 501 North Silhaven, East Chicago Street, has lunch specials featuring wings, burgers, wraps, rib tips, and more at amazing lunch prices. Weekdays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. Stop by and visit them today. Can't dine in. Order online at to-go to wingsect.com. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub, Valparaiso. Beacons up 20-15 through 10 minutes of play as they're looking to be able to continue the good shooting so far in this game. 7 for 15 from the field up to this point. Leah Ernest with 7 points so far. And they're actually calling a Grace White shot earlier at 2, which is why she only has 5 points instead of 6 that I had on my score sheet from earlier. It'll be Bradley ball out of the timeout as we've already had 3 possession changes so far on the possession arrow in this game. Dunson, Pitts, White, Frederick, and Van Kempen in the game for Valpo out of the first quarter timeout. The inbound comes from Dorsey into Koenig as we restart play with Bradley ball on the left side of the court. Koenig being harassed by Frederick, goes to the far side for Rice. Looks to the lane, nothing available, now dribbles between the circles. Kicks near side, that's for Draper, and goes in the corner. That pass goes to Koenig, who goes to the top of the key and steps back for a 3. That's left short. Board tipped down, grabbed by White. And with a little bit of hectic action, it's controlled by Valpo on the left side. Frederick walks it up the floor for the Beacons, up by 5. Their first possession here of the second quarter. Frederick up top for Dunson, by herself for 3. That's off left, you could tell immediately. Board down for Sierra Moreau. And now Bradley goes the other way, down by 2 possessions. Koenig between the circles, looks right. Throws that way for Waite. Gives off to Rice. Fights down the lane. Floater from 5. Rims around. Doesn't fall, but a foul call. We'll see Chloe Rice go to the line after Grace White fouled her on the shot. That's her first, team's first here of the second quarter. We see Leah Ernest get checked in as Maya Dunson takes a seat. At the line is Chloe Rice, 55% on the year, and she knocks down the first of 2. For Bradley, after this game, they kind of start a little bit of a gauntlet. They're at Missouri State and Southern Illinois before they host Drake here back in Peoria in a week and a half. Second one is strong, and Brown grabs the board for Valpo. She sprints up the floor to the near wing, throws inside the lane. Ernest caught it, goes up, and couldn't finish with the foul. It rolled off the front of the rim. Would have been an and 1, but she'll go to the line for a pair. Leah Ernest, 65% on the season up to this point. Has really been the breakout player for Valpo so far this season, averaging 9 points a game coming into this one and 4.4 rebounds per game as well. She's one person who gives it 100% every night, and she knocks down the first. Ernest has been excellent so far in this game alone. That's her 8th point here of this first half. Second one for her. Does not fall. And Valpo will go the other way, up 21-16. On the near side, Koenig is guarded by Frederick, dribbles across her body in the corner. Back to the basket against Ernest, looks at the post, nothing there. Needs help, and finally throws to the top of the key. It's split. 2 defenders went out of bounds, and officials will confer, and they say it goes over to Valpo. Was not touched by Van Kempen at the center circle. And Valpo forces the 7th Bradley turnover up to this point. 8:41 to go here in this second quarter of play, as Caroline White checks back into the game. She subs out Abby Draper. The inbound will go from White at center circle. As it goes into Frederick and walks it up the floor for the Beacons, up by 5. Looks left, now right. Throws near side for Ernest, ball above her head. Fights down the lane, 2 steps, spins, back out White, up top Frederick, left wing for Brown. Head fakes a 3, fakes again, drives down the lane, foul on her drive. Thought they were going to call another charge right there, as that one goes against Caroline White. It's her first and the team's first of the second quarter. Frederick throws in to Ernest at the top of the key. Scans the interior, nothing there. Looks back right, now left and puts down a dribble. Gives off to White. 12 to shoot. Dribbles off a defender on the left wing. Throws inside the lane. Brown hooks around a defender, spins, had her shot blocked, but a foul called. And we'll see Olivia Brown go back to the line for a pair. That foul's against Chloe Rice. It's her first, team second. 8:09 to go here in the second quarter of play, as we'll see Olivia Brown go back to the line. Olivia Brown averaging about 15 points per game so far in conference play after only averaging about 3 in the non-conference. Has really tried to fill the scoring role since Carrie Wyman went out of the lineup. Knocks down the first, and it's 22-16. Second one on the line, rims in again. First 2 points for Olivia Brown, and Valpo is up by 7 at 23-16. Up the floor, Tatum Koenig has it at the top of the key, is met by Frederick. Throws near side for Rice, who just picked up the foul. Pass tipped by White, and she forces the turnover. She runs the other way off the steal. To the top of the key, throws inside. Ernest in the lane, it gets 2 defenders, goes up, left the shot short, follows her own miss. Second chance, short again, ball tipped out of bounds. And then it'll go over to Bradley. 2 chances at point and blank range for Ernest, contested, but not able to finish either one. Valpo plays defense up 23-16. 7:40 to go here in this second quarter of play. Up the court is Koenig. Throws to the near side. That's for Nika Dorsey. Met by Ernest. Fights down the lane. Almost stripped. Kicks in the near corner. Rice, a 3, is strong. Board is down for Ernest. She outlets to Frederick, who runs up the floor for the Beacons. On the near side, stands on the elbow, retreats back to the wing. The right hand dribbles, picked it up, goes to the top of the key for Brown. Fakes a shot, drives down the lane, shoves off a defender. Another offensive foul call. That's just a trend in college basketball I do not like. As Morrison will check in after Brown picked up her second foul. Actually, Brown stays on the floor. White goes out. That is the second foul on Valpo here in the second quarter. The inbound goes to Tatum Koenig. She walks up the floor for Bradley, down by 7 with 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Dorsey inside for Donso, trucked the defender, couldn't make the shot. And the board is down for Valpo as Frederick runs the other way. Walks it up the floor to the baseline, back out. Ernest fakes a shot to the elbow. Needs help. Lobs it up for Brown between the circles. She directs traffic on the left wing now. Looks inside, nothing available. Looks right, Frederick in the corner. Shot fake, 9 seconds left to shoot. Van Kempen on the near wing. 5 seconds. Spins around a defender, needs help. Far corner, gives off. Morrison did not know the shot clock. Another shot clock violation, and that has plagued Valpo so far this season, and White quickly comes back in. She subs out Olivia Brown. 23-16, Valpo still on top by 7 due to their ability to force turnover so far in this game. We see Veronica Roberts check into the game for the first time today, as Koenig walks it back up the floor for the Braves. These teams split the 2 meetings in Valpo last year. In the low post, Moreau throws in the corner. Wait, a 3 is left. Board down for Ernest, was whacked on that rebound. No foul called, and Mary Evans is a rate. A second chance 3 is good for Nika Dorsey. An absolutely egregious no call there, and it costs Valpo 3 points. Frederick drives down the lane, kicks near side. A Morrison 3, it's good! Caitlin Morrison with her first 3 points in a game and quarter of action, and it's back to a 7-point lead for Valpo at 26-19. On the far side is Dorsey. Fights down the lane, 2 steps, kicks near side. Waite shoots another 3, hits again. 6 straight points for Caroline Waite, and it's 26-22. A boisterous student section behind me here at the scorer's table. Frederick, top of the key, looks right, throws that away for Van Kempen. Lightly guarded by Roberts, throws inside the lane. Morrison posts up, a defender spin move blocked away at the rim. Something we don't see Morrison do a ton of, even though she's 6'2", is try to post up defenders. They'll stay with Valpo on the right baseline. 5:18 left to go here until halftime. 26-22, Valpo up by 4. The inbound goes to Ernest at the top of the key. Fakes a shot, drives down the lane, stops, needs help back out. Goes up top for Van Kempen. She shoots a 3. That's strong. Board pulled down by Nika Dorsey, and she sprints the other way for the Bradley Braves. 5 minutes to go here until the halftime break. Dorsey met at the top of the key, throws to Roberts on the far wing. Back to Dorsey, near side for Waits. She's shot a ton of threes so far in this game. Is 2 for 5. Top of the key, stops, goes to Roberts at the high post. Ball tipped around, fight for the center circle, grabbed by Grace White. Sprints in transition, shoves off a defender, gets a shot up. It's good with the foul. Grace White stops the Bradley momentum, and she will go to the line to finish off the and one after the timeout. We're going to take a timeout here for the media, as we'll be back in 90 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
At Wings Etc., we love sports. So much that we packed our walls with tons of big flat screens tuned to the very best sports programming. At Wings Etc., we love big, cooked to tender, crisp perfection wings. And so do our fans, who have voted our wings best in more and more cities across the Midwest. At Wings Etc., we love beer. We love it so much that we have over 40 different kinds of beers in bottles and on tap, including your favorite regional craft beers. Wings Etc. at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Terry's Discount Windows is a local family-ran Christian business serving the Valparaiso community since 2003. They specialize in windows, siding, doors, and more. Terry's Discount Windows has been voted 6 straight years the Post-Tribune Neighbor's Choice Award for Best Window and Siding Company. Terry's also has been voted twice the Times Best of the Region. Terry sells the best quality and most energy-efficient windows and siding on the market today. Call Terry's at 219-476-0400 for a free in-home estimate, or visit them online at terrysdiscountwindows.com. Mention Valpo Crusaders and receive additional savings.
Heinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold & Feller, your family matters to ours.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
No matter the job at hand, Gastonia Tractor has the John Deere equipment with the power to take it on. Whether you're mowing your lawn, hauling material, or baling hay, Gastonia Tractor has the mowers, tractors, and implements you need. Find a location near you at castrac.com. That's castrac.com. 4:45 to go here in the second quarter to play from Renaissance Coliseum. Valpo on top, 28-22 on the Bradley Braves. Garrett Willis live here from Peoria, Illinois, as you're listening to the presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network and on YouTube. Valpo playing well in offense up to this point, something they've kind of struggled with so far here within the last couple of days. It was not a good offensive set from normal 2 days ago. 9 for 23 from the field up to this point. They only made 12 shots against the Redbirds back on Thursday. But we'll see Grace White go back to the line for one shot after getting a shot to go with a foul before the media timeout. 28-22, Valpo on top by 6, looking for what would be only their 4th halftime lead so far this season. It's been a team that has struggled to play well in the first half of games so far, and as we are around the midway mark of this season. White, 87% on the season from the line, and the first shot is no good. Fight for the board, it goes out of bounds, it'll go over to Bradley. Grace White can't believe it. She knew she missed the shot and tried to follow the miss down the lane. Unfortunately, it did not work. The inbound will go to Bradley and Tatum Koenig as she walks it up the floor for the Braves. Gets it between the circles, is met by Dunson, kicks to the far wing for Dorsey. Dribbles inside the corner, needs help against Valpo's defense and Morrison as it goes to Waite between the circles. Near side for Koenig, rolls off a screen inside the corner, fights down the baseline, met by 2 defenders, kicks to Waite on the near corner. Stops on the elbow, up top for Dorsey, 3 seconds to shoot, inside Moreau, not able to finish, but a foul called. Mary Evans can't believe the call. Mary Evans has been growing increasingly frustrated with the officiating over the last few games. She picked up a technical in normal, which was the first time this season. Had a pleasant conversation with her about that here before this game, as Leah Ernest picks up the foul. It's her first and the team's third here of the quarter. At the line, Moreau knocked down the first, lead down to 5, and you can make it 4. As Moreau knocks down both, is 50% on the year coming into the game. 28-24, Valpo on top by 4, with 4:05 to go here in the quarter. Inside the lane, pass tipped around, controlled by Ernest, goes back to Frederick, top of the key. Near side, Dunson fights down the lane, 2 steps high, arcing layup is no good. Valpo's had trouble with layups so far this season when they've been contested, and Nikki Dorsey grabbed the board. Koenig steps back, but would have been a long 2, decides not to take it, and goes to Dorsey, near side for Waite. Just outside the arc, met by White. In the far corner, Koenig shoots a 3, that's off right. Offensive board for Moreau, kicks it back out. The 3 is no good for Waite, and the board is down for Morrison. Outlets to Frederick, who walks it up the floor. Near side, White steps around a defender. Shot is no good. I'm not sure if they called it in the air or on the floor. That one is on Caroline White. It's her second and the team's 5th here in the quarter. So regardless, Valpo is in the penalty. They'll go to the line for 2 with Grace White at the line. 7 points on the day so far. Is 0 for 1 from the line as we see Chloe Rice check into the game for Caroline White. White, the Red Bee, Minnesota native, has been one of the premier foul shooters in the Valley so far this season. First one from the line with 3:29 left to go is no good. Not sure I know the last time Grace White has missed 2 consecutive foul shots. And Valpo will get the last 3.5 minutes of the quarter in the bonus. Second one is good. 8 points for her. She ties Ernest, the leading scorer of Valpo so far. It's 29-24. On the near side, Koenig drives to the lane and retreats back out. Near corner, Rice drives baseline, spin, shot from 10 is left short. Fight for the board, it's on the baseline, goes out of bounds, and it goes over to Valpo. Probably one of the few times I've seen Mary Evans happy with a call from the unofficial. It'll be Elise Pitts to inbound after she just checked into the ball game. She goes in to Frederick. Interesting to see Pitts and Frederick on the floor, a couple of point guards. Valpo with a small lineup on the floor right now. Far side, Pitts fakes a pass, drives into the corner. Dunson up top by herself for 3. That's just short. The board is down for Tatum Koenig. Bradley runs the other way on a 3-on-3. Stops the momentum on the far side for Dorsey. She drives baseline, fouled on her drive. And that one is going against Elise Pitts. Her first, team's 4th. Pitts picked up 4 fouls in normal just 2 days ago. 2:51 to go here in the quarter. 23 seconds on the shot clock. Bradley the inbound down by 5. Koenig throws at the top of the key for Nika Dorsey. Just down a dribble, hands back off to Koenig on the near wing. Overhead pass, goes to the far side for Rice. Met by 2 defenders, Valpo playing a soft 2-3 zone. On the far side, Koenig. Head fakes a shot, goes down a left-handed dribble, fights to the lane. 2 steps, stripped away by Frederick inside the lane. That'll go down as a steal. Outlets the far side for Ernest, and the pass is too strong. That's a turnover from Shea Frederick, the 6th of the game for the Beacons. And Valpo will play defense up 29-24. 2:25 to go here until the halftime break. Koenig up the floor for the Braves. Hands off to Rice on the near side. Dribbles to the foul line. Far side for Dorsey. Met by White, now Dunson. Just inside the arc, kicks near side. Rice fakes a shot, drives down the baseline. Stopped by Ernest, throws to the top of the key for Dorsey. She dribbles down the lane. Had a pass tip. Fight for it inside the lane. Almost goes out of bounds, but it's grabbed by White. Valpo forces the 11th Bradley turnover so far in this game. They play offense up by 5. Frederick, far wing, cross-court pass. Pitts by herself in the corner for a 3. That's good. Elise Pitts gets on the scoreboard with a 3. It's 32-24. Valpo with an 8-point lead with 100 seconds left to go until the half. Koenig met by White on the near wing. Spins around her. Needs help inside the lane, now dribbles to the top of the key. Shoves off Frederick, top of the key, shoots a 3, and responds. Koenig with 13 first half points, and the lead is back down to 5 for Valpo. He has half of the Bradley points up to this point. Frederick, top of the key, slashes down the lane, retreats, looks left, throws back to Pitts on the wing. Head fakes a 3, goes to Dunson. Up top for Ernest. 13 seconds to shoot, 1:05 to go. Down the lane, met by 2 defenders. Frederick, near side White, cross-court Pitts, saves it above her head. 5 seconds to shoot, drives down the lane, foul on a drive. No, they call it travel. Wow, that was a lot of contact down low for no foul to be called. As Valpo will play defense, up by 5, 32-27. Just under a minute left to go here in this quarter as Tete Danso is subbed out for Isis Fitch. Koenig gets the inbound. She walks it up the floor. 28 seconds between the shot clock and game clock. Near side for Fitch. Throws in the corner for Rice. In the corner, Koenig shoots a 3. That's good. Koenig is the only thing Bradley has on offense, and she has 16 of her 30 points. Valpo's lead is down to 2. Frederick to the foul line, scans inside, pass tip controlled by Bradley. Another turnover for Valpo on the near side. It's Dorsey. Fights down the lane. 2 steps, pass tip controlled in the corner by Rice. Another pass tip that goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Bradley on the left baseline. Shot and game clock separated by 3.5 seconds. Most likely will be Bradley's last possession here of the quarter. Valpo's controlled the entire game, but 2 consecutive threes from Koenig has made it a 2-point game. We see Caroline Waite check in for Chloe Rice. The inbound from Koenig on the left baseline. Throws into the post, that's for Dorsey, and hands off to Waite just outside the arc. At the top of the key, throws near side for Dorsey. Dribbles against Dunson, just inside the arc, and a traveling violation. A turnover for Bradley with 14.7 seconds left will give Valpo the last chance to score. Chloe Rice checks back in the ball game. She takes out Nika Dorsey. Caroline Waite will sub out, and we'll see a timeout called for Mary Evans. 32-30, 14.7 seconds left to go here in this first half. You feel as if Valpo has played the better game, but Bradley has shot their way back into it despite 12 first half turnovers. It's been all Tatum Koenig up to this point, 6 for 9 from the field, 4 for 7 from beyond the arc. Valpo 10 for 26 from the field, 6 for 13 from beyond the arc as well. They've not scored in the last 100 seconds, but they will most likely get the last shot here of this second quarter. Once again, after this game, you'll be able to hear the men's game against Missouri State live from the arc after this. Donovan Clay making his return to the Athletics Recreation Center later on this afternoon. It should be a fun atmosphere on a game that is also nationally televised. Olivia Brown checks into the game for the last 15 seconds. She has 2 fouls and 2 points. She'll be the person inbound on the far sideline into Shea Frederick. She gets the ball, the Bradley logo. 10 seconds left to go into the half. This will be the last shot for Valpo. Frederick down the lane, kicks up top. Morrison shoots a 3 there. Got it! Caitlin Morrison with 6 first half points. Bradley sprints the other way. Koenig at half court at the buzzer. Hits it! Oh my goodness! Tatum Koenig with 19 first half points cuts it down to a 2-point game. My goodness. Valpo getting cooked by Tatum Koenig as we're through 20 minutes of play in what has been an interesting game up to this point at 35-33. We'll take a break after what was an interesting last 10 seconds. We'll be back in 3 minutes from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
There are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Do you hear that? That's the sound of Hungry Howie's hot, real mozzarella cheese melting over a bed of dough made fresh today. And flavored crust loaded with any combination of our mouth-watering flavored crust flavors. You probably didn't think Irresistible had a sound. Well, it does now. Now get a meal deal for any budget starting at the irresistible price of just $5.99.
Hungry Howie's! Ticket Smarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at Ticketsmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on TicketSmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. TicketSmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. TicketSmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Why is Culver such a treat for so many families? Here's a hint. This treat is thick and creamy and everyone can get it any way they like. Our fresh, frozen custard. We craft it in small batches throughout the day to make our guests stay. Shakes, cones, sundaes, concrete mixers, flavor of the day, oh, and the toppings.
Who says you can't please everyone? There's more than one way to dessert at Culver's. Welcome to Delicious.
Arch Madness.
It's all about the excitement, the fans,
the history,
the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good!
It's all about the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March, it begins here. It's the 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, March 3rd to March 6th, presented by Bally Sports Indiana. Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, Allegiance Credit Union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegiance.org or stop into the Allegiance office nearest you. Not only can Allegiance offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegiance.org for more information today. That is allegiance.org. Contact Allegiance for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Halftime here from Peoria as Valpo holds the 2-point lead over Bradley, 35-33, through 2 quarters of play. The 2022 MVC Women's Basketball Tournament hits the hardwood at TaxSlayer Center March 10th to the 13th in Moline, Illinois. Purchase your all-session tickets to Hoops in the Heartland and save $20 by calling 219-464-5233 or order online at ValpoAthletics.com. Get your tickets today and experience Hoops in the Heartland. What an interesting first half between Valpo and Bradley. The Braves playing without Gabby Hawk here today, and they have been for the last 3 games. It has not made their path easy as they are 0-4 so far in Valley play. But they are holding strong against Valpo here due to the heroics of Tatum Koenig. 19 points in the first half off 7 for 10 shooting and 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. She made 3 3-pointers in the last 2 minutes to really make this a game. Valpo has really controlled this game, and nobody else for Bradley is really doing anything on the offensive side. Caroline Waite is 2 for 6 from beyond the arc for 6 points, and outside of that, Dorsey has 3, Moreau has 2, Donso has 2, and Rice has 1. Bradley 11 for 26, and they're taking a page out of Valpo's book by shooting a ton of 3-pointers. 19 of their 26 field goal attempts from beyond the arc. They're 8 for 19 from the 3-point line. Valpo, a very balanced scoring effort up to this point. Every player who has entered the game has scored. 8 players have entered the game. We have 2 players with 8 points in Ernest and Grace White. Ernest 3 for 7 from the field, White 3 for 5 from the field. Each player has knocked down 1 3-pointer to this point as well. Morrison 6 points off 2 for 4 from the field, 2 for 3 from beyond the arc. 3 points apiece from Van Kempen, Frederick, and Pitts. 2 points from Dunson and Brown. Valpo 11 for 27 in the first half for 41%, 7 for 14 from beyond the arc for an even 50%, and 6 for 9 from the foul line. Valpo only being out-rebounded by 2 points in that first half, 2 rebounds in that first half, 18-16. Both teams with 4 offensive rebounds and the 2 defensive rebounds more for Bradley. That is the margin right there. Bradley's turned it over 12 times to Valpo's 8. And Valpo has 9 assists off of their 11 made baskets, and Bradley has 8 assists off of their 11 made baskets. Really an identical game plan for both these teams up to this point in the game. And Valpo up to this point, 18 points off turnovers to only 6 for Bradley. That's probably the margin which we'll keep our eye on here in the second half. Valpo played the cleaner game. 8 turnovers in the first half after they had 27 in the game overall at Illinois State 2 days ago. Interesting stat line in that first half. As we'll now look around the nation for some scores. It is a busy day in college basketball on both sides. We'll start on the national side for the men as it's a full slate. We have 4 games in action up to this point. Duke leads NC State 82-71 with 3 minutes left to go from Cameron Indoor. Duke ranked 8th in the nation up to this point. Kansas up 68-53 in West Virginia with 6:11 to go in that game from Allen Fieldhouse. The Jayhawks ranked 9th. Number 12 LSU up 53-48 in Arkansas with 10 minutes left. Number 15 Iowa State up 67-60, and number 21 Texas with 5 minutes left to go from Hilton Coliseum in Ames, Iowa. Lots of games have gone final up to this point. Northwestern upsets number 10 Michigan State and East Lansing 64-62. Number 17 Xavier takes down Creighton 80-73 from Cincinnati. An upset as Kansas State takes down Texas Tech, who's had an incredible week up to this point, 62-51 from Manhattan. Marquette upsets Seton Hall 73-72 from Milwaukee, and a blowout in Lexington as number 18 Kentucky takes down number 2 Tennessee 107-79. What an incredible performance for the Wildcats, as for one point in that game in the second half they were shooting 80% from the field as they honor the late Joby Hall, the great Kentucky coach who passed away earlier on this morning. Number 23, Providence and UConn are postponed due to COVID measures. Number 2, Gonzaga is at Santa Clara later on today. Number 1, Baylor hosts Oklahoma State. Number 24, Alabama is at Mississippi State. Number 6, Arizona hosts Utah. Number 11, Houston is at Tulsa. Number 4, Auburn is at Ole Miss. Number 3, UCLA hosts Oregon State. And number 5, USC hosts Oregon from Los Angeles. We'll look to the Missouri Valley Conference now. 3 games in action today. It'll be Missouri State at Valparaiso. You'll hear that game after this one here today. Indiana State hosts Loyola Chicago, and Southern Illinois hosts Northern Illinois. One game tomorrow as Illinois State hosts Bradley, and then Monday we see Southern Illinois host Drake. We'll go to the women's side of the Missouri Valley Conference. 4 games in action today. We have this one here from Renaissance Coliseum. We have Northern Iowa hosting Southern Illinois from Cedar Falls. It's 38-30 at the half. And a good one from Des Moines, as Missouri State is up 34-27 on Drake with 1:20 left to go until the half. One other game as Loyola visits Illinois State from Normal. That game starts at 6 o'clock. Around the national side for the women today, there are 2 games in action right now. Number 23, Oklahoma leads TCU 63-48. That game is in the third quarter. Texas Tech blowing out Kansas State 40-22. That game is at half, and Kansas State is number 25. 2 games have gone final. Number 10, UConn upends Xavier 78-41 from Storrs, Connecticut, and number 9, Iowa State takes down Oklahoma State 74-60. 3 games still left to play. BYU is at Loyola Marymount. Number 7, Arizona State is at Oregon, and number 13, Texas hosts West Virginia. Lots of games here in a busy day on a Saturday in college basketball. We'll take a quick break. We'll be back in 3 minutes as we'll break down the first half and also have tip-off of the second half as well. So stay with us. Back in 3 minutes from Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
There are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Whether it's buzzer beaters,
puts one up at the buzzer, and we go to overtime.
big celebrations, or an electric atmosphere, we've got it all in the Valley. We've got some of the best. We mean the best.
Women's basketball in the nation. And the postseason starts here
At Hoops in the Heartland. We'll see you in the Quad Cities.
March 10th through 13th, presented by Grinnell Mutual Insurance. Visit MVCQuadCities.com for ticket information.
One meal everyone in your family can get on board with? It's Culver's. You may know us for our famous butter burgers, cooked to order for that great signature steak taste, but we're also known for our whole white meat chicken tenders and juicy chicken sandwiches, and our melty Wisconsin cheese curds, and our hand-battered North Atlantic cod.
At Culver's, we believe more menu options mean more ways to brighten your day. Welcome to Delicious.
Reynolds and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold and Feller, your family matters to ours.
Yo, this is your cup holder talking. The little round thing between your car seats. Now, I normally have a nice cold bottle of Mountain Dew in me, but at the moment, I'm empty. That's right, no Mountain Dew. Nothing in here but a couple of quarters and a dime. A fully capable cup holder like me just carrying your loose change? Look, I'm not made for loose change. I'm made to keep Mountain Dew within reach at all times, just inches from your hand. So find the store already. Grab some Dew, toss it back, then place that bottle where it belongs. Mountain Dew. Do the Dew.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special. Like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free. Like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
Live on WVOR 95.1 and streaming at WVORTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Halftime here from Renaissance Coliseum as you're listening to the IBEW Halftime Show here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Our halftime show brought to you by the IBEW Empowering America team of Northwest Indiana. Valpo on top 35-33 after 2 quarters of play. Garrett Willis here live from Peoria, Illinois for another presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. The half was capped off by a 30-footer from Tatum Koenig, who I have to believe it is a career high for a half. Her career high in a game is 23, and she had 19 in the first half of play. So we'll see if Valpo is able to slow down Tatum Koenig, who's only averaging 8.3 per game up to this point. And really for Valpo, it is probably the most balanced half of basketball we have seen offensively so far this season. Valpo has only eclipsed the 70-point mark once this season. It was against Drake, and they're hoping to be able to do so again here today after only scoring 49 points in their last game against Illinois State 2 days ago. So they're up 35-33. Both teams really with identical stat lines. Valpo 11 for 27 the first half, and Bradley 11 for 26. Valpo's made 7 3-pointers. Bradley has made 8. And Valpo has made 3 more foul shots than Bradley has up to this point. Outside of Bradley's Tatum Koenig, nobody else really doing anything on offense besides Caroline Waite, who is 2 for 6 from beyond the arc so far in this game for 6 points. Outside of those two, no other player has more than 3 points, as Interante, Draper, Fitch, and Roberts each reported time and did not score in that first half. Only 3 bench points for Bradley in that first half, and Valpo has 13. That's really a good stat for Valpo. They have struggled to find any sort of production off the bench so far this season, although with Grace White being the 6th man for this team, makes it a little bit easier to be able to find a spark off the bench. Looking to see if Valpo is able to win their 3rd game without Carrie Wyman so far in the conference. Looking to go back to 3-3 through 6 games. As we'll switch ends, Valpo will go from right to left, and Bradley will go from left to right. Valpo ball out of the timeout, as we saw 4 jump balls in that first half alone. The starters back on the floor for Valpo as the inbound goes from Van Kempen into Frederick, and we're underway here in the 3rd quarter. Frederick to the elbow, looks inside, nothing there. Needs help back out to Morrison on the right wing. First possession for Valpo here in this third quarter. It's Frederick on the right wing. Lob inside. Morrison is not able to finish at the rim off a good find from Frederick as Bradley goes the other way off the rebound. Koenig, top of the key, looking to build upon her 19-point first half. It's Moreau to the far side for Rice. Scans right, throws up top for Caroline Waite, who's in the ballgame off the bench. Scans the interior, goes up top for Donso. One dribble, looks right, hands back off. That goes to Rice at the top of the key. Waite with 5 seconds to shoot. Down the lane, stop. Got a man in the air. Far side Rice. 1 second, shoots at the buzzer. It is off the bottom of the backboard and a shot clock violation. Officially a turnover for Bradley, their 13th on the game. As Valpo will inbound on the right baseline. Frederick will walk it up the floor. Only the 4th time Valpo has led at half so far this season. They are 2-1 in those games. Frederick down the lane, shoves off a defender, needs help against a double team, and they call a jump ball. I thought that could have been a foul, as Koenig had bear hugged Frederick there in the low post. But I think that will go down as a turnover for Valpo as well, off of the jump ball. As Koenig will walk it up the floor for the Braves. She has scored the last 9 points for this Bradley team. Rice, top of the key, goes to Waite. A minute gone here in this third quarter. Neither team has scored in the frame. Moreau, between the circles, throws up top for Koenig. Looks left, dribbles that way against Morrison. Up top for Donso, 8 seconds left to shoot. In the corner, Moreau, 5 seconds left. Looks inside, fading away. Rice not able to bank it in. Now Frederick goes the other way off the rebound. Throws inside the lane. A pass was too strong for Van Kempen. 2 straight turnovers for Frederick, both in the fast break. And still no score here in this third quarter between these two teams. Frederick takes a seat as Elise Pitch checks back into the game. 35-33 with 8:20 to go here in this third quarter. Koenig walks it up the floor for the Braves. Far side for Waite. In the corner, Moreau puts down a dribble and throws back between the circles for Chloe Rice. Nothing available in the lane. Rolls off a screen to the far corner. Turnover from Chloe Rice as she tried to get a cutting Caroline Waite on the interior. And both these teams are just turning over the ball here so far in this third quarter. The inbound goes to Elise Pitts, who dribbles between 2 hands up the floor for the Beacons. 8 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Pitts to near side for Brown. Head fakes a shot, dribbles between her legs, now looks right. Up top, Van Kempen. Fakes a shot, drives to the elbow, near side Morrison. In the corner, Brown. She shoots a 3. That's air ball. A board down for Pitts, couldn't finish inside. Offensive board for Ernest. Valpo, 4 seconds left to shoot. Up top, Pitts down the lane, stripped away, and it goes over to Bradley. Another turnover for Valpo. This has not been good basketball here between both of these teams to start the third quarter. 7:37 left to go here in this third quarter of play. Valpo somehow still holds the lead at 35-33. Moreau, far side for Waite. Looks inside, nothing there. Valpo has led the entirety of this game. Waite, far corner, Rice, fakes a shot, dribbles to the lane. Near side, Moreau shoots a 3 and hits. First points from either team so far in this third quarter, and Valpo faces their first deficit of the day at 36-35. Pitts and the Valpo offense that looks lost. Near side, Van Kempen. That is an obvious foul on Bradley, as it was a hard fall from Caitlin Morrison at the top of the key. That one against Tete Donso. It's her second and the team's first here of the third quarter. As Shea Frederick will check back in after getting a breather. Kara Van Kempen goes out. The Olivia Brown to inbound right in front of me here at Meteor Row. And she gets the ball from the official and goes into Frederick at the volleyball line. Valpo looking for their first points here of the quarter. Frederick to the far wing for Ernest. Fakes a pass, drives down the lane, kicks Morrison 3 in the corner. That's good! Third 3 for Caitlin Morrison in this game. Valpo regains the lead at 38-36. Other way, Koenig goes to Moreau, the far side for Rice. Got Pitts in the air, throws to the top of the key for Waite. Shoots a long 3. That's in and out. Board down for Brown. She fights the pressure up the floor, gets it across the half-court stripe. Far corner, Pitts. Around the horn, in the corner, Morrison. Another 3. That's just short, and the board pulled down inside by Rice. She shoves off Pitts and goes up the floor for Koenig. Far wing. Needs a pass, hands off to Rice. Fights to the elbow, gives off. Moreau, jumper there, rims around, does not fall. Frederick the board now for Valpo. What's been a fast-paced last couple minutes. Frederick down the lane, 2-step, spins it up, does not finish, but a foul call. Shea Frederick will go to the line for the first time today. We'll look to see who that foul is called against. It's against Tatum Koenig. Her second, team second here in the third quarter. 6:04 to play here in this third quarter, as Grace White checks back in the ball game, and we also see Deja Powell make her first appearance of the game for Bradley. Frederick has improved mightily from the line here within the last month as she knocks down the first. Her 4th point on the day was around 50% for the first 10 games of the season. It's all the way up to 76%, and both are perfect from the line. Valpo's lead is at 4 now at 40-36. Up the floor are Bradley. It's Waite on the near side, goes to the top of the key. On the near wing, Koenig, cross-court pass for Rice. Fakes a shot. Back to Koenig at the top of the key. Lob inside the lane. Pass was too strong for Powell. Goes out of bounds, and Valpo will regain the ball after another Bradley turnover, their 15th on the game. Frederick at the floor for the Beacons. They hold the 4-point advantage. At the volleyball line, looks left, near side. Morrison did not shoot the wide-open 3, and she goes back to Frederick on the near side. 15 to shoot. She starts up the offense. Rolls off a Morrison screen, gets a double team. Morrison to White on the far wing. Fights in on a defender. 2-step, draws off a defender, goes up, couldn't finish, follows her own miss. Second shot, no good. Lots of contact, no foul called. Koenig sprints the other way, gives off in the corner for Rice, back to Koenig. On the near side is Waite. 5:10 to go in the quarter. Waite picked up her dribble, needs help, and goes to the far corner. Pass went out of bounds. It'll stay with Bradley on the near sideline as Olivia Brown was the last to touch. 40-36, and what's been a slow third quarter of offense for both of these teams up to this point. The inbound will go from Caroline Waite. She throws in to Tatum Koenig. At the foul line, back to the basket, needs help. Goes back out, near side, pass tipped around, controlled by Waite between the circles. 7 seconds left to shoot. Looks inside, drives in on Brown, splits 2 defenders, left the layup short. White grabs the board for Valpo. Outlets near side, Ernest in the corner, steps back, fights down the baseline, kicks far corner, Morrison by herself, now it goes to Brown. Drives down the lane, up top Frederick, near side White. She tees up a 3, that's off the right side. Offensive board down for Ernest, and a timeout called for Mary Evans to try to calm things down. 4:34 to go here in this third quarter as the officials may have missed a travel, and Andrea Gorski not happy with the no call. The 30-second timeout turns into a full. We'll take a break. Back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Ticket Smarter is glad we are back to holding live events. If you are looking to buy tickets to the best sports, concerts, and theater events, all at the very best price, look no further than Ticketsmarter.com or on the app. Buying tickets at Ticketsmarter will help support children in need. For every ticket transaction on Ticketsmarter, $1 will be donated to a children's charity. Ticketsmarter is proud to be the official ticketing partner of bowl season. Ticketsmarter, a smarter way to buy tickets.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. Chest pain, severe abdominal pain, headache, high fever, and other emergencies need fast medical care. So please, don't put off getting care in an emergency. Northwest Health has implemented strict safety standards so that you can come to us confidently, knowing we are providing a safe place with quality care. Visit northwesthealthercare.com or call 911 in an emergency.
There are sports bars everywhere these days, but there's only one place for award-winning jumbo wings, bigger beers, and better food and drink values all week long. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub. We're so much more than wings. Enjoy wraps, salads, subs, seafoods, quesadillas, amazing appetizers, and awesome daily lunch food and drink specials. And now, when you can't eat here, order online for pickup at togo.wingsetc.com. It's fast, easy, and convenient. Wings Etc. Grill and Pub at 501 North Silhavy in Valparaiso and online at wingsetc.com.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Today's broadcast of Valpo basketball is brought to you by Calumet Brewing and Bud Light. It's for the fans. I think I needed a Bud Light after watching a fan airball 4 straight free throws in a competition here at Renaissance Coliseum here at the media timeout. But nonetheless, I don't think that would be appropriate here on air. 4:34 left to go here in this third quarter. Valpo on top 40-36. Garrett Willis live here from Peoria for another presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Been a slow-paced third quarter in terms of scoring between these two teams. It was 35-33 at the half, and we only had 8 combined points between the two teams through 5.5 minutes here in this third quarter. Valpo will play offense out of the Mary Evans timeout with 14 seconds on the shot clock. He has a brief discussion with the official, not sure why. It will be an inbound from Shea Frederick on the left baseline. Lobs up to Ernest at the top of the key, and the shot clock never started, so they'll retry it. Not really sure what the confusion is out of the timeout. The student section behind me has done an excellent job at chirping Valpo up to this point. Inbound from Frederick, needs help in, goes to Morris now on the right block. Looks for an option with 10 seconds to shoot, fakes a handoff, now goes right for Frederick. Between the circles, 5 seconds to shoot, rolls off his screen. High pressure from Bradley, throws inside White, got it up, couldn't finish at the rim. Valpo has not been able to finish those contested layups today. Dorsey the other way off the board for Bradley. Has it between the circles and looks right. Hands off to Moreau. In the far corner, Koenig. Just on a dribble, throws back between the circles for Rice. Moreau in the left corner. Shoves off Ernest, 13 seconds to shoot. Up top for Dorsey. Nothing available, rolls off a screen. Fights to the elbow. Against Ernest, almost walked with it. Far corner, Koenig at 3 is strong, and Morrison grabs the board for the Beacons. Frederick on the floor for Valpo in a 4-point game. Right side, Brown, a wide open 3 is good. Olivia Brown's first 3-pointer of the day. Valpo's lead is at 7. One short of the game high. It's 43-36. Koenig between the circles has really been the only thing Bradley has had on offense today. She's not scored here in the second half. Rice, far corner, Moreau. She shoots a 3 and responds. A flat shot from Sierra Moreau. She has 6 second-half points and 8 overall. Eclipses her average of 6.7 per game. It's 43-39. Frederick down the lane, and, well, we'll call it a charge for what was called, but officials bite on that every time. It's very frustrating. Her first foul, team's first here of the third quarter. And that brings us to another media timeout. 43-39, Valpo on top by 4 with 3:13 to go here in this third quarter. Back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner. This is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
You work hard for your money. We know you do. With that same work ethic, Allegis Credit Union has been serving the very same hard-working Northwest Indiana community residents for over 50 years. There is no better place to go for your financial needs, such as new and used vehicle loans, personal loans, Visa credit cards, and home equity loans. We are here to help you get that loan you deserve. Make it easy by simply applying for your loan online at allegis.org or stop into the Allegis office nearest you. Not only can Allegis offer affordable payments, but also extra benefits, such as a fast application process and no payments for 90 days. Come to a place where we take care of hardworking community people like you. Visit allegis.org for more information today. That is allegis.org. Contact Allegis for more information on the 90-day no payment option. Membership required for loan disbursement.
Why is Culver such a treat for so many families? Here's a hint. This treat is thick and creamy, and everyone can get it any way they like. Our fresh, frozen custard. We craft it in small batches throughout the day to make our guests stay. Shakes, cones, sundaes, concrete mixers, flavor of the day, oh, and the toppings.
Who says you can't please everyone? There's more than one way to dessert at Culver's. Welcome to Delicious.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
3:13 to go here in this third quarter of play. Valpo on top 43-39 as they look to be able to record their third conference win of the season against the Bradley Braves. Garrett Willis live here from Renaissance Coliseum in Peoria, Illinois. Valpo also 1-9 on the road so far this season. They have played a ton of road games to only 6 home games up to this point. Unfortunately, they'll only get the even split for conference games on the road and at home. So still waiting to see the Beacons in action, as all 5 players, something you don't see very often, having a conference with one of the officials on the far side of the court. An interesting scene there. Just a quick game reset. Valpo leads 43-39. 3:13 to go in this third quarter. Valpo's committed 1 foul. Bradley's committed 2, and the possession arrow favors the Beacons. A long timeout as we finally get that last buzzer. Bradley's going to have to break it up here pretty soon. After this game, Valpo will return home for 2 games against Indiana State and Evansville, and then they'll go on the road for 1 against Loyola. After this, Bradley will have 2 straight on the road against Missouri State and Southern Illinois, and they'll return home for a date against the Drayton Bulldogs after that. Bradley ball after the Shea Frederick foul and turnover, which we can debate until we're blue in the face. It would be Koenig up the floor for the Braves. Has it on the far wing, scans the interior, goes up top for Rice. Looks near side, wait, fakes a 3, drives in the corner, now down the baseline. Picked it up, a lob was too strong for Deja Powell. Frederick picked it up, goes to the far side for White, got a man in the air, splits 2 defenders, fouled on her drive. That foul is against Chloe Rice. It's her 2nd and the team's 3rd here in the third quarter. Valpo will inbound on the right baseline. 2:50 to go here in this third quarter of play. They're up by 4. They faced a brief deficit, but immediately got the lead back. It got all the way up to 7. Inside the lane, Brown by herself, got a man in the air and able to finish off of the pump fake. 5 points in the second half for Brown, 7 overall. Valpo's lead back up to 6 at 45-39. Koenig, top of the key, directs traffic left, throws that away for Rice. Goes in the far corner for Moreau. Right-handed dribble down, now back between the circles on a tip pass for Waite. Stands left, dribbles between 2 hands, looks to the interior, goes far corner for Koenig. Up top, Rice shoots a 3. That's in and out, board down for Ernest. Ernest has been great on the board so far. That's her 8th rebound. Inside the lane, White goes up, couldn't finish, foul called. We'll see Grace White go to the line for a pair. Another foul on Chloe Rice. That is her 3rd, team's 4th. So Valpo will be in the penalty for the last 2:10 here of this quarter. Sub coming in for Bradley with Abby Draper checking out Chloe Rice. White, going into the Illinois State game, was averaging 10 points a game, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. 41% from the field, 34% from beyond the arc, and 87% from the foul line. Shoots the first and knocks it down. Her first point of the second half after having 8 in the first half. Valpo out-rebounding Bradley by 7 here in this third quarter. And both are perfect for White from the line. She's up to 10, and Valpo's lead is 8 at 47-39. Up the floor is Koenig. Has it at the top of the key, has not scored here in the second half after 19 points in the first half. Waite down the lane on Brown, floats it up, can't finish, board down for Ernest. Her 9th board on the evening. Other way, Frederick across the timeline, skip pass to White inside the lane, up top Ernest, by herself for 3. That's good! Leah Ernest, 1 rebound away from a double-double. As she has 11 points on the day, Valpo's lead is at 11 at 50-39. Koenig on the near side, hands off to Waite at the top of the key with 90 seconds to go in the corner. Far side Draper, shoves off Ernest, needs help. Some sort of pass, throws in the lane for Powell. Fights her way down, layup, falls in off the far side of the rim. First points for Deja Powell so far today. Valpo's lead down to 50-41. Beacon slow it up, 1:10 to go here in this third quarter. Frederick scans right, throws far side Ernest. Bakes a 3, drives to the foul line, kicks back out. Up top, Frederick, another 3, got it again! Valpo starting to rip the nets here in the third quarter. They're up 53-41. Waite to the top of the key for Koenig. She shoots a 3, can't respond. Board tipped around, controlled by Frederick. Valpo runs in transition on the far side. Looks near side for Brown in the corner. Up top, Dunson to White. Fakes a 3, now looks left. Slows it up, shot and game clock separated by 17 seconds. Mary Evans wants her team to try to get one more good look up a dozen. A great third quarter now for Valpo. 7 seconds to shoot. Rolls off and earned a screen. Top of the key, shoots another three. That's just short. Fight for the board inside. Almost stepped on the baseline. And Koenig goes the other way off the rebounds. Slows it up at the volleyball line. 10 seconds left to go here in the quarter. Looks to start the offense at the top of the key. Rolls to the near side in the foul line. Up top, Wait. Drives down, floats it up from 10. Can't hit the buzzer, and that is it here for the third quarter. A great quarter for Valpo as they outscore Bradley 18-8. A great defensive 10 minutes for the Beacons. Up a dozen with 10 minutes left. We'll see if Valpo can finish it off. We'll be back in 90 seconds from Van Wagner's, the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
It's that time of year. You can have leftovers. Again. Or you can close that fridge and open up the McDonald's app for something special, like your favorite crispy chicken sandwich. Now when you buy any crispy chicken sandwich on the McDonald's app, get another one for free, like the spicy crispy chicken sandwich. It's a deal so good, there won't be any leftovers. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Offer available through December 12th at participating McDonald's. Valid once a day. McD app download and registration required.
Arch Madness.
It's all about the excitement, the fans,
the history,
the big moments.
Shoots at the horn. Good!
It's all about the madness.
To make it to the tournament.
And March,
It begins here. It's the 2022 State Farm MVC Men's Basketball Tournament, March 3rd to March 6th, presented by Bally Sports Indiana. Visit archmadness.com for ticket information.
This is such a blow to invest. Do it right now.
It takes courage to face up to things like volatile markets and Wall Street money traps. If you're unsure, worried, or losing sleep about your money, do something about it. Call Joe Murphy and the team at Murphy Wealth Management, proudly serving the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana communities at 800-930-5905. Again, call 800-930-5905.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURTheSource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Terry's Discount Windows and More is a local family-owned and operated business which has served Northwest Indiana since 2003. Terry's has been voted the best window siding and door company by the NWI Times for 7 straight years. Call 219-476-0400 for Terry's Discount Windows. Be glad you called. Valpo was glad about their 53-41 lead with 10 minutes left here. About to start the fourth quarter. Garrett Willis live here from Renaissance Coliseum in Peoria, Illinois, as Valpo looks to pick up their third conference win in 6 contests so far. They outscored Bradley 18-8 in the third quarter after only being up 2 at the halftime break. And they're looking to be able to finish off, which would be a quality win in the left side of the win-loss column. They started 0-9, and they have won 4 out of 7 since. Valpo has already taken the court out of the timeout. We also see Andrea Gorski using every second of her time with her team. Has done a great job with this program here in the last 5 years. Able to take her team to the NCAA tournament last year after winning the Valley Championship. It's not been the season after that championship that Bradley would have hoped for after losing Gabby Hawk to injury and really having a tough non-conference slate, looking to break their 10-game losing streak. It'll be Valpo ball here out of the timeout with Grace White into Shea Frederick. 1 quarter left to play. We'll see if Valpo can hold on to the 12-point lead. Far side Brown fights to the elbow. Down the lane, kicks near side White. By herself for our corner 3. That's just short. Fight for the board down low. Scrum forward at the foul line. And it's outletted to Bradley. Grace White picks it off. Able to finish off the turnover. A hustle play for Grace White. She has 4 second-half points, and Valpo has the 14-point advantage at 55-41. Koenig on the near wing. Looks right. Denied to the post. Throws inside the lane. Powell tipped around on the baseline, controlled by Frederick. Valpo forces their 18th turnover of the game. Down the lane, up, no good. A foul called against Olivia Brown. That is her 3rd charge of the day. You don't see blocks called at all at the college level these days. Simply unbelievable. Tried to lean in at the basket. It was inside the restricted area, and yet Olivia Brown picks up another charge. Other way, it's Bradley ball with Tatum Koenig at the top of the key. Has not scored in the second half after scoring 19 in the first. Waits to Koenig between the circles. Fights in on Ernest, shoves her off in the post, stops, spins, tries to go up, no good. A foul called. It was straight up and down for Leah Ernest, but she picks up her second foul. We'll see Tatum Koenig go to the line for a pair. Koenig, the West Branch, Iowa native, majoring in public education, and her sister Sasha is on the roster but has not seen game time so far today. 63% on the line this season and knocks down the first, her 20th point of the night. Trying to fight back from down 14 are the Braves, 55-42. Second for Koenig from the line upcoming. It's up and it's good. Lead back down to a dozen for the Beacons. Bradley decides to press. White fights it up the floor, almost lost control, gets it to the top of the key. Down the lane, near side. Brown by herself for three. That's just strong, was on line. Fight for the board down low. No foul called as Dunson had it in her hands and it was knocked away. Other way, Waite to the top of the key for the Braves off the rebound. In the near corner, Rice throws inside the post. It's tipped out of bounds. It goes over to Valpo as Isis Fitch had it last go off her fingertips out of bounds. 8:36 to go. Valpo holds the 55-43 advantage. White, the trigger man, throws it in the corner for Frederick, and she goes back to White. Easily breaks the press for the Beacons, and she slows it up on the near side. Scans right. At the top of the key now, inside a good pass where Frederick finishes with the left hand at the rim. 6 second half points, 9 overall, and Valpo's lead is back to 14. 57-43. 8:13 to go in the game. On the near side, Koenig up top for Moreau. A high pass is out of bounds. Valpo playing great defense here in the second half, and that will trigger an Andrea Gorski timeout. 8:08 to go in this game. Valpo holds the 53-47 advantage. We'll take a timeout. After the full timeout, we'll be back in 90 seconds. From Van Wagner, this is the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
Preferred 4-1 over any other orthopedic practice in the region, Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute offers the specialized bone, joint, and muscle care needed to keep you in motion. Our world-class providers serve as the official team physicians for Valparaiso University, and we have proudly delivered specialized, experienced care throughout Northwest Indiana for more than 50 years. To learn more about Lakeshore Bone and Joint Institute, visit lbji.com.
Reinold and Feller Tire and Lawn Equipment strive to exemplify the true meaning of the words trust, courtesy, and honesty. In fact, many of our customers say we've done a pretty good job of it. Since 1958, we've been providing auto repair and full-service tire sales to Porter County, Indiana. Come visit us at our Valparaiso or La Crosse locations, or check us out at heinold-feller.com. We look forward to many more years of providing you excellent service, because at our Heinold and Feller, your family matters to ours.
Hey, you! Don't do it! Don't take that job when you can have a career.
I'd love a career, but where?
At First Source Bank, we offer a variety of fulfilling career opportunities, schedule flexibility, good pay and benefits, educational opportunities for personal growth, and a chance to work with amazing people just like yourself. Join us.
Learn more at firstsource.com/careers. That's the number one, stsource.com. An equal opportunity employer. Male, female, disabled, veteran.
Live on WVUR 95.1 and streaming at WVURthesource.com, you're listening to the Valpo Sports Radio Network.
MVC student athletes are positively impacting communities where they live by sharing views and fostering climate for change for future Valley pioneers. To learn more about vocalizing voices for change, visit mvc-sports.com/one-valley. 8:08 to go here in this final frame. Valpo has played an exceptional second half, up 57-43. Garrett Willis live here from Renaissance Coliseum, bringing you live action for another Valparaiso women's basketball game here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. After this game, you'll be able to hear Valparaiso versus Missouri State with Todd Eichel and Paul Orrin here live on the Valpo Sports Radio Network, hoping this game concludes within the next 20 minutes so we have no interruption. Waiting for the official starter play. It'll be Valpo ball off the turnover, as we're still waiting for TV to come back. Everything runs through them for some reason. It's taken a while for them to be able to come back. 8:08 left to go in this game. Valpo's committed 2 fouls to none for Bradley here in the period. Each team has 2 timeouts remaining. This is interesting ESPN management right here. This is why we prefer the radio side of things instead. We control our own breaks here for you, the listener. And I think we're finally good to go. Thanks, ESPN. As the inbound will come from White into Frederick. She fights it up the floor against Tatum Koenig and gets it across the timeline with 8 minutes left to go in this game. Frederick dribbles across her body, goes to the near side for Brown. Looks right, scans the interior, up top by herself. Dunson a 3 is short. Board tipped down and around inside, and a foul called against Valpo. Mary Evans seems to grow increasingly frustrated with the officiating in every game, as that's the 3rd Valpo foul here in this final quarter for only 2 minutes and 12 seconds. I'm sure who that foul was called against. I believe it was Grace White as her 2nd foul. On the near side, Koenig up top for Dorsey. Had it poked away. White has it. Dribbles across the defender, down the court in transition, and slows it up. Near side, Dunson goes back to Frederick. 7:30 to go in this contest. Has it on the volleyball line and scans left. Looks inside, 2 fakes for a pass. Now it goes to Brown at the top of the key. 13 seconds left to shoot. Far side, Frederick fakes a 3, got a man in the air. Drives baseline, down the lane, up top. An earnest 3 is in and out. Board down for White. A foul called on the rebound as White hit the floor hard. That one against Nika Dorsey. It's her first, team's first here of the final frame. 7:10 left to go as we see Tete Donso check back in the game for the Braves. She subs out Nika Dorsey. 7:10 to go. Inbound from Frederick. Goes to Ernest at the volleyball line. At the top of the key, directs traffic. Goes to Frederick on the near side. Looks right up top for Brown. A foul called on the interior against Valpo. I believe it's a moving screen against Maya Dunson. Her first, and that's Valpo's 4th. That'll put Bradley in the bonus for the final 7 minutes of this game. Koenig up the floor for the Braves, down by 14. Rolls off a Donso screen on the left wing. Rice between the circles, lob inside the lane for Donso, shoves down a defender, no foul called. And Donso able to put it up and in. She has 4 points on the day, and Valpo's lead is down to 12 at 57-45. Morrison getting set to check back in as Frederick walks it up the floor for the brown and gold. Near side, Brown looks right. Lob inside the lane, Dunson. Against Donso, fouled on her shot. 3rd foul on Donso, and we'll see Dunson go back to the line for a pair, where she is 2 for 2 so far today. 6.5 to go here in this final quarter of play. Dunson to the line after getting fouled by Donso. That's a kind of a tongue twister. First one is good. Donso fouls Dunson. You can say that 10 times fast. Dunson 3 for 3 from the line. Make it 3 for 4. And she splits a pair. 58-45, 6.5 to go. Near side, Rice up top for Koenig. Back to Rice in the corner. Cross-court pass is tipped, controlled by Dunson, and she hands off to Frederick, who wisely slows it up. Valpo operates up a baker's dozen with 6:10 to go here in this quarter. In the game, excuse me. Frederick scans the interior, goes up for Ernest. Looks right, can't get the cutter. Isolated down the left side of the rim, high off the glass, doesn't fall. Board tipped out of bounds, it'll go over to Bradley. Morrison subs in alongside Abby Draper for the Braves. Rice goes out and Dunson goes out for Valpo. 6 minutes even to play in this game. The inbound goes to Tatum Koenig. She walks it up the floor. Only 2 second-half points, has not made a shot. She goes the other way. Up the floor, waits, down the lane, no shot, foul called. And that one goes against Shea Frederick. It puts Bradley into the bonus. 4:40 left to go here in this game. And that means 2 foul shots for Bradley. Not the spot you want to be in with 4:40 left to go, up 11. Caroline Waite to the line for a pair, where she's 62%, the 5'4" freshman out of Ames, Iowa. Mother Betsy played softball at Illinois State, and she knocks down the first. Knocked down a pair of threes in the first half and has had nothing since. 10-point lead at 58-48. Valpo's going to need to hang on. Both are good from the line. It's a 9-point advantage. Inbound to Frederick. Frederick fights to the elbow, back to the basket. Floats it out near side. Morrison up top for Van Kempen, who just checked back in the ballgame. Scans left. The right-handed dribbles. Goes near side for Frederick. 12 to shoot. At the top of the key. Retreats back to the volleyball line. 7 left to shoot. Rolls off a screen. To the right side, in the corner, fights down the foul line, near side Morrison, by herself for a 3, left it short, fight for the board down low, it's taken down by Moreau, almost goes out of bounds but saves it, and outlets to Koenig. She fights up the floor, Bradley down by 9, left side, Waite, a 3 is good. 5 straight points for Caroline Waite, and Valpo's lead is down to 6. 58-52, 3:50 to go. Valpo has not scored for 2.5 minutes. Not the right time for a scoring drought to come. Frederick looks near side, now inside. Near side Morrison. Up top for Ernest. Right side, Van Kempen fakes a 3. Fakes a pass, drives into the corner. Ernest on the far wing, 10 seconds to shoot. Directs traffic. Valpo does not look organized on offense. Ernest down the baseline, needs help. Shot blocked away, no foul called. Koenig sprints the other way in transition without numbers on the far sideline for the Braves. In the corner, left side, Waite, another 3 is just strong. Offensive board down for Donso. Lob inside the lane for Draper. Foul in her shot, it goes. This is not what Valpo wants at all. It's down to a 4-point lead with 3:10 to go. Valpo just a moment ago was up 14. 58-54, 3:10 to go. Draper will shoot 1 at the line as Ernest and Van Kempen go out. As Draper on the year is 70%, the Waverly, Iowa native. Her 1 shot is good. Valpo needs to put a tourniquet on the wound right now. They're on the wrong side of a 10-0 run. They're just up 13. It seemed like moments ago, and Mary Evans calls a timeout. The 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it right here. This is a lot more stressful than Valpo would have hoped it would be, as they were up double digits not too long ago, and it seemed as if it could be a comfortable win for them. But they're going to have to grind it out here. 3:04 left to go in the game. They're up 58-55. Bradley in the bonus, and they've only committed 2 fouls here in this final frame. Mary Evans trying to talk things over with her team, as this would not be a good taste to blow a 14-point lead in the final quarter against a short-handed opponent on the road. It'll be their ball out of the timeout. We hope that you stick around after this game for Valpo versus Missouri State live at the Arc, as Donovan Clay makes his return back to Valparaiso after transferring to Springfield. It is Brown, Morrison, Dunson, Frederick, and White in the game for Valpo. They'll play offense up by 3, 3:04 to go in this contest. Inbound to Frederick at the volleyball line. Puts down a dribble, far side for White. In the corner, drives baseline, splits 3 defenders, needs help. Near side, Morrison by herself for 3. Got it! Caitlin Morrison with her 4th 3. The lead is back to 6 at 61-55. In the corner, Draper being harassed by Morrison, kicks near side for Donso. Up top for Koenig. The volleyball line, 2.5 to go. Valpo is up by 6. Koenig near wing, met by Dunson. Scans left, rolls off a screen, fakes a shot in the near corner for Draper. Fights baseline, shoves off a defender. Inside, Moreau able to finish with the right hand. It's 8 points in the second half. It's 61-57. Frederick up the floor for the Beacons in a 4-point game. To the foul line, fights inside, far corner, Dunson by herself for 3. That's just short. Fight for the board down low, scrum for the top of the key. It's picked up by Bradley. Koenig sprints the other way, kicks near side, and she walked with it. Took 2 steps at the elbow, and that is an unforced turnover for the Braves. 2:03 to go now. Valpo trying to hold on anyway in this game. Donso just got subbed out. We see Deja Powell check in for. 2 minutes to go. Valpo up by 4. Frederick up the floor for the Beacons. Scans left. Throws near side for Morrison. Up top for Brown. 17 to shoot. Dunson, far wing. Scans inside. Up top for Frederick. Inside the post, up, Brown couldn't finish point blank. 2 defenders fell down. Bradley goes the other way in a 5-on-3. Near side Draper, fights down the lane, goes high off the glass and finishes with the right hand. Valpo's lead is down to 2. 61-59, 1:25 to go. I hope you can hear me still as the student section has gotten just a little bit closer to me. Frederick between the circles. On the far side, Dunson. 15 seconds to go. Dunson down the lane, spins it off the glass and in with the left hand. Her first field goal of the day. Valpo's lead is at 4. It's 63-59. 1:04 to go in this contest. Koenig, top of the key, met by Brown, steps back, fakes a 3, goes up top for Moreau. Near side, Waite had a 3 blocked away by White. Frederick grabbed the board, under a minute to go. Gets it across the timeline. 45 seconds to go. Bradley plays defense instead of fouling. Fights down the sideline, kicks near corner, Morrison by herself for 3. Got it! A dagger by Caitlin Morrison. It's 66-59. 36 seconds left to go. The 5th 3 for Caitlin Morrison this afternoon, and that is exactly what Valpo needed to put this game on ice. Oh my goodness. Valpo made it a little stressful, but that is a big shot for the 6th-year senior. 36.4 seconds left to go. Valpo will play defense off of the timeout. Bradley is in the bonus. Valpo has committed 5 fouls here in this final quarter. Bradley's only committed 2. Valpo with 1 stop most likely will put this game on ice as both teams are at their benches on what is a full timeout. Once again, we hope that you stick with us here after this game on the Valpo Sports Radio Network for the men's game against Missouri State, which should be a fun game at home, should be an excellent atmosphere from New York. Hopefully Todd and Paul are listening to the end of this broadcast. It'll be a short post game, hopefully after we get to talk to Mary Evans after this game concludes so we can send it over to the Arc for the start of that game. 36.4 seconds left to go. Possession arrow favors Bradley out of the timeout. Valpo's controlled this game basically for its entirety. They let Bradley get back into and get it all the way down to a 3-point game, but a couple of clutch baskets within the last minute have extended it back out to a 3-possession lead. Mary Evans still barking at one of the officials as her team will come back to talk. Not exactly sure why this is the case. I think that Bradley may have called 2 timeouts. It'll be Bradley to inbound on the near sideline as we come out of this timeout. It's probably one of the longer timeouts that I've seen in basketball in recent memory. After this game, Valpo returns home for 2 games against Indiana State and Evansville. So they're looking to finish off with a split on this weekend Illinois trip. Bradley ball out of the timeout, 36.4 seconds left to go. On the near side, Draper will be the person to inbound. 36.4 to go, shot and game clock separated by 6 seconds. Veronica Roberts just checked in. And it goes up top for Waite to the top of the key. Hands off to Koenig. Fights down the lane, gives back off. Waite, a 3 is left short. Board down for Dunson. Shot clock turned off, and she's fouled. It's only the 3rd foul on Bradley. They'll need to do it 2 more times to send Valpo to the foul line. It'll be White to inbound on the right baseline. 27.2 seconds left to go now. Bradley will press all 92 feet. Inbound from White. Fakes a pass, goes into Morrison in the corner. Back to White. Inside the lane. Outlets up to Frederick. Walks it across the volleyball line. Floats to near us at the scorer's table, and she's fouled with 19.6 left to go. That killed 8 seconds off the clock. Now it'll be Olivia Brown to inbound in front of us right here at the scorer's table. It's the ball from the official, gets it into Frederick, spins around a defender, sprints her way to the top of the key, down the lane, and she's fouled. Shea Frederick will go to the line for 2 shots, 15.8 seconds left to go. Valpo up 66-59. And Shea Frederick looks to really put the last nail in the coffin right here. Frederick able to sink the first. It's been a quiet game offensively for her, as that is her 11th point on the game. Second, perfect. Valpo's going to win this game in what was hard fought here in the final quarter, maybe a little bit more stressful than the Beacons would have won it. 68-59, 15.8 seconds left to go. At the top of the key, Koenig, 10 seconds left. To the far wing, scans right, looks in the corner, Rice, drives baseline, shot from 15 is good. It won't matter though, as the inbound goes to Frederick. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. Valpo can ring the bell here from Peoria. Final score 68-61. As Valpo is able to pick up their first conference road win of the season and win number 5 on the year. It was tough fought. They found a way to get it done. And both teams will head to the locker rooms after a Valpo win here from Peoria. We hope that Mary Evans makes her way over fairly soon so we can send it over to Todd and Paul from the Arc. Happy that you stayed with us for all this time, as it was an exciting game here from Peoria, as we're happy to have Mary Evans make her way over to the table. We'll hand the headset to her. Coach, what an exciting win here in the fourth quarter. The team up by a couple of touchdowns with about 5 minutes left, but it got all the way down to 3. Your thoughts here on the final after being able to close out the game well?
Most of the game, we lost a little bit of our focus. I thought we did a pretty good job most of the game. I thought we lost our focus a little bit there in the fourth quarter defensively and offensively, just not executing, taking some quick shots that led to some quick baskets by Bradley. But, you know, they fought the whole entire time. I thought Sasha Koenig had just a tremendous, Tatum Koenig had such a tremendous game for them and really stepped up. And this is a team that has gone through a lot of adversity this year, Bradley, with some injuries. And those kids played their butts off. And I thought our team matched that level of energy for most of the game. And I'm really proud of the way our kids have bounced back after a disappointing Thursday night in Bloomington.
Coach, I mean, we saw the first half 19 points from Koenig, and it really looked as if she was all that your offense had up to that point. To be able to see your team bounce back defensively in that second half had to be an encouraging sign for your team. Just your overall thoughts on even the 8-point defensive third quarter to be able to adjust out of the halftime break.
Yeah, we talked to them about only giving them 24 or 25 points in the second half and really kind of locking down defensively and knowing where Tatum was. You know, she had really shot the ball well in the first half. And I thought we came out super focused in the third quarter and had a great third quarter. And like I said, I think in the fourth we just we lost our focus a little bit and gave them some easy shots. But overall, really proud of them. We hung in there here in the rebounding margin again, 34-33, and then thought we did a much better job turning them over. That's something that I think we've done a poor job of this year. And you know, to have 13 steals tonight and to win that turnover margin by 8 was really big for us. So, like I said, really proud of the way the group bounced back from Thursday night, and we got to get back to campus and get some work in and get ready for a really tough week ahead with the new coaches both at Evansville and Indiana State.
Coach, talk to me about the offensive performance here today. Probably the most balanced offensive performance we've seen from your team so far this year. 4 players in double figures. Everybody who saw the floor today ended up scoring as well, even though the shooting percentage was down a little bit to 38%. 13 three-pointers. Most often we'll get it done.
Yeah, I thought we shot the 3 really well today. I thought our finishing at the rim could have been better, which just shows with the 37%. But I thought everybody was very aggressive and attacking in nature. I thought Caitlin did a great job looking for her shots and taking the shots that she got. And it shows with her getting really clean looks. And she's a good shooter when she gets clean looks with her feet set. And that's a testament to her team getting her those shots as well. And then, you know, Shea was tremendous again tonight with 12 points and 7 assists. And I thought, you know, the energy that Grace White's been bringing off the bench for us has been amazing, and really happy for the way she's been playing, and thought Leah was just a monster on the boards today. She got every defensive rebound. So, this team's starting to figure out how they're coming together and what their roles are. And again, we talk about playing our best basketball in March, and we're trying to get there, and I think we're showing glimpses of the team that we can be, and now we just need to get more consistent with a lot of things so that we can be that team night in and night out, and not every other night or every third night.
It was a double-double for Leah tonight, 11 points, 10 rebounds, an excellent effort from her. Coach, congratulations on the win. It's always nice to get to catch up with you after a win. Go enjoy the win with your team.
Yeah, I'm going to. Thank you.
That was head coach for the Beacons in Mary Evans joining us here at the table today. Excited to be able to call a Valpo win here from Peoria, 68-61. We'll keep it really short on the post game. Caitlin Morrison led Valpo today with 15 points. After that, it was 12 apiece from Shea Frederick and Grace White, 11 from Leah Ernest, 7 from Brown, 5 from Dunson, and 3 apiece from Pitts and Van Kampen. Valpo gets the win here from Peoria, 68-61. We thank you for listening to another presentation of Valparaiso women's basketball here on the Valpo Sports Radio Network. Stay with us, as right now, actually, we send it over to the Arc for live action between Valparaiso and Missouri State. We'll send it over to you, Todd.